6 to 12 months, every 6 to 12 months, see any difference or change in who and what you are. Now, here's very important, and you need to be honest with this. What did you see in your hands when you looked down?
I got a clear cup.
A clear cup.
Clear cup.
A bucket. With a silver bucket? Okay, and it, yeah?
I had not a shovel, but a little hand.
Like a scoop? Was it in the color?
I had a red handle and a hand.
Okay, you're all in big trouble. What does this represent? Well, what you hold in your hands in front of this ocean of life, and I said it's what you're going to use to take out of it, that represents what you feel your capacity is to take from life. And as usual, and this is very usual, everyone shows a limitation. I can take just so much and not anymore. That's very common. And it's based on your opinion of yourself and how you were raised and brought up to believe on what you're allowed to take. Ultimately, you should realize that you cannot deplete the ocean of life. It's a vast ocean, and you're the only one on the beach. You can take as much as you want, and there's plenty left. Now, I'm going to tell you that the clear cup isn't so bad. It says, I can scoop out just so much, but I take clearly enough of what I need. I can clearly see what I'm taking. I'm not hiding anything. Silver bucket. Well, silver, again, we knew, represented an angelic frequency or a connection to angelic levels, but still it's limiting. It's saying I'm allowing a higher energy within myself to guide me, but I'm still limiting that, of what I take. And a scoop, well, that's also very limiting, but how so? Tan. Tan is a combination of brown and white. White meaning a very high cleansing purity, and the brown, grounding. So this person is taking just so much with a grounding energy, and also in anger. There's an anger in what you take from life, probably because it's so limited. But I want you to realize that you are doing this to yourselves. You are the one who created this in your hands. That's what you saw. And no one else was there but you. What could have been the best thing, or not a thing, to see, to scoop out from the ocean? Any ideas? Dump truck? Okay. Still a limitation there. What else? Any ideas? Well, the two best answers I ever heard was one person who said he had this gigantic hose connected right up to the mountains. They just stuck in the ocean and scooped up all that he could ever take, just endlessly. The other one was a woman who said that when she stepped into the ocean, she turned her hands violet and scooped up with the hands into the ocean, as if it just pulled right into her own body with violet hands. Again, no limitations, taking as much as you need. Now, that doesn't mean that when next time you go back and do that, you can say, aha, I'm going to have violent hands and I'm going to have the hose. Because if it isn't you, it's not going to stay. And it's not honest. Next time you go to do this exercise, this is January, so maybe 6 months, June, July, you go and you do this exercise and just consciously look and see what's there. Remember, write down what you saw now, and then in 6 months from now, look and see what's there, and see if it's expanded or gotten smaller or stayed the same. Be very honest and look and see what's in your hands. And that will tell you your progress of how you're doing. Very important. Also look again to see your archetype. Has it changed? Has it stayed the same? Also realize you may not see a geometric shape and color. You might see a pictogram, you might see an object, whatever it happens to be, just keep note of it and see how it progresses and changes as you move on through your experiences. Hopefully, you'll learn more and more and assimilate more and more, And these will start to change and become more pleasant. I've had people tell me that they had quicksand at the pineal gland, and the ocean was rough and turbulent and dark blue and pieces flying out of like debris. Other people had rain clouds and storms and lightning. These are images that people perceived in their ocean of life. I've had people who tell me they had just a little spoon, or they had a broken cup, things that really were limited, couldn't even get anything out of it. So these are the mind patterns that you need to correct. Realize that you have mind patterns of limitation. You're only allowing yourself just so much, when in actuality, you can have all you want. The universe, God mind is infinite, and you're allowed to have all of that. May I erase this? Yeah.
At the very end, I had faith in it.
What did it look like?
It looks like because I see them every once in a while, the term that comes to my mind is an ancient, a man is very old.
What do you think that was?
I'm not sure.
Could have been the personification of your own oversoul. That's what you could have been looking at. And that's what I wanted to tell you about when we did the Oversoul diagram. And I want you to think about it, because I know it doesn't go along with what you've learned. But when you talk about angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, whatever your terminology is, realize that what you're seeing are those pieces of your own oversoul. They're you. They're you. People tell me I have an Indian guide, I have an Egyptian guide, an Atlantean guide. Well, there weren't that many American Indians alive ever to have so many guides like that. That's you. That's your own oversoul. Okay? Take responsibility for your own intelligence. Most of us, as we talked about last night, have victim mentality, which is why the suppression is allowed on this planet. And so, when we see an intelligent being come to us and give us information or talk to us or protect us, we have such a low self-worth that we can't say, yes, that's part of me. I am so powerful. We have been taught to say, no, you're not. You're this big. So that's outside of you. That's just part of the externalization process. Take credit and say, yes, that's part of me. That is part of my personality and my oversoul that's working with me. That's powerful. And then you'll see real work coming into you when you claim your responsibility and your power.
Well, I've heard of the opposite, as you mentioned earlier, the female, the opposite is the male side, and then I've also heard what you just said about, like I said, I do see faces, and someone else has told me that it's just another part of me.
Yes, yes.
And that's the first thing that came to my mind, but I don't know what to say that.
But you can say, yes, that's me. I am powerful. I am that wise, ancient being. That's me. That's part of me. Okay? And you'll be correct. That's not arrogant. There's a group that now says, I am God. I am God. I think Shirley MacLaine was the one who first publicized that. And people, oh, how blasphemous is that? You're not God. Yeah, well, nothing can exist if you're not God. Everything is God. Yes, I am God. So is the chair. So is the chakra tube. So is the light bulb. Everything is. Nothing would be without it. We have to keep awareness of that. Many people tell me they have a difficulty in visualizing or seeing a T-bar, what have you. And so for that, I do like to teach you pineal gland expansion exercises. Now, just like any other part of the body, if you exercise something, it gets stronger and more developed.